Last chapter, you've learned how to write better prompts yourself using tacos. Meta prompting takes a different approach. Instead of writing the full prompt manually, you ask an AI system to generate the prompt for you. So, in other words, you use AI to write better instructions for itself. This is of course a meta concept, but it's extremely useful. For example, because this turns more vague descriptions into structured instructions, a bit like tacos, but it can help you defining much more detail you haven't thought of. For example, if you want to create an image of some kind of scene, let's say a crime scene. Um, if you meta prompt it, it will add little details you haven't thought of. It reduces trial and error a lot, and it even can be used together with tacos. Or if your tacos doesn't provide you a sufficient result, you can turn to meta prompting. I use meta prompting a lot. Like I said, this helps me adding details I haven't thought of myself. It also can describe scenes very good. So let's look at an example. So we already generated an icon. When we would meta prompt it, we would ask the system first, write a prompt for an AI image model for a cloud security icon with a blue color palette and a white background. And this would create us a fairly short prompt. You can see the result in white, create a simple cloud security icon featuring a cloud with a shield symbol, etc. And if we then submit this prompt to himself, then we get the icon below, which is not bad. It's a flat style. It's not too complicated. In my opinion, maybe a bit too much, and a cloud and a shield and a lock. But this is taste. But this is an example of meta prompting. So instead of having to describe things like minimal design, centered composition, clean lines, these are things we didn't say. We just ask it to write a cloud security icon prompt. The second example. So write a prompt for a picture of a sustainable city in Belgium. Make it realistic and not overly futuristic. I need it for a presentation. So I give it a bit of context, but not too much. Of course, we give it a city, um, but then we just say make it realistic and not overly futuristic. Okay, that's it. And then we get a much longer prompt. It gives me a strong presentation ready prompt, like it said, a realistic image of a sustainable city in Belgium, and then it just gives a lot of aspects of architecture. Traditional European architecture mixed with eco-friendly elements, green roofs, solar panels, etc. Include recognizable Belgian urban details, etc., etc. The lighting is also very detailed described, and it also does a negative prompt, no text, for example. Okay, and then let's see at the result. And this is probably the best result we've had so far, in my opinion. So this is obviously a Belgian city. You can see it in the architecture, but it has these nice little details, like the solar roofs, but not overly futuristic. We see the electric vehicle. We see the green biking lanes. We even see green trees and plants, but not in an overly futuristic way. So when would you use meta prompting? When you don't know where to start, when your prompts feel too basic, when you want to save time, and you need a quick first version. It is a helper, but not a complete replacement. But this can really get you at very good generations. I think you would still need to review, adjust, but in this case, we had a one-shot image, and it looked already amazing. So meta prompting is, once you start using it, it is a part of your tool set. When you combine this with tacos, you get both structure and speed. So I would definitely recommend using it. Let's proceed with the next chapter.